Live from historic Luther Williams Field here in Macon, Georgia, is the penultimate matchup between the Florence Flamingos and the Macon Bacon. This is meeting number 11 between these two rivals. They're second to last. The last meeting will be almost a week from today. That will be next Thursday, but the meeting number 11 will take place here on this Friday night as the Mingos look to snap their 4-game losing streak. And with that, welcome to Middle Georgia. This is Bryan Miller here with Flamingo Radio. So thankful you are starting your weekend with us. Mingos coming into tonight's game with a record of 15-25. They are in 8th place in the Western Division, losers of their last 4. Last night's game was a 14-4 loss to the Morehead City Marlins. That one ended in 7 innings after the Mingos were run ruled. It was a tough start for Florence, especially pitching-wise. They are looking to rebound here tonight against the Bacon. Macon coming into tonight's game with a record of 16-23. They are right above Florence in the Western Division standings. They had a tough 8-6 loss at the Lexington County Blowfish. They were actually up 4-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Then they gave up 6 runs in inning number 7. They were able to get a couple runs played across in the top half of the 9th, but it was not enough. They lost by 2 to Lexington County. They look to respond here tonight against the rival Flamingos. Florence up 7-3 in the season series, so they have clinched the season series for the 2nd consecutive season. Flamingos looking to expand the lead here tonight. Flamingos will be hitting first tonight as the away team. It'll be Mac Ketchen leading things off, followed by Josh Williams, Brandon Davis in the 3-hole, and Stowe Rogers cleaning up, followed by Tim Dickinson, Luke Schwartz, and Gavin Johnson, Jackson Schoeneck, and Davis Campbell rounding out the order for the Mingos tonight. Campbell making his first appearance as a Flamingo, just got into town a couple of days ago. They'll be facing the lefty Zach Murphy for the Macon Bacon. The lefty coming from Mercer will be making his 10th appearance and 8th start of the year. Has thrown 32 1/3 innings pitched so far, an ERA of 5.01. Opponents are hitting .256 against the Mercer Bear. We'll take a quick break here from Macon. On the other side, first pitch between the Mingos and the Bacon. Back here at Luther Williams Field. Right as we were about to begin, we heard a loud crack of thunder here at the stadium, so we are now entering a lightning delay right as we were about to begin. Very, very unfortunate timing here between the Mingos and the Bacon. I know we have had some late rainstorms coming in at Carolina Bank Field this season, but I don't think we've had any delays that have began literally right as the players were about to take the field. So we'll take a quick break here on Flamingo Radio as we enter this lightning delay. We'll provide updates as soon as we get them. It looks like this is going to be a quick delay though, but we are entering a lightning delay between the Mingos and the Bacon. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. We are back here at Luther Williams Field. This is Brian Miller with Flamingo Radio. Looks like we are about to start this game in the next few minutes. The players are back on the field, or at least emerging from their dugouts. They have not crossed in between the lines as of yet, but looks like we should be done with this delay pretty soon. According to our radar, it's just a small thunderstorm that kind of popped up out of nowhere. It looks like it grazed the stadium here in Macon. So not a single raindrop fell from the sky and hit the playing surface. It was really just a lightning delay and not a rain delay at all. So the field is completely okay. And now the Macon defense emerging into their fielding position. So it looks like we'll be starting very, very soon here from Macon as the Flamingos look to break their 4-game losing streak here tonight against the rival Macon Bacon, hoping that that lightning delay was literally just a blip on the radar. Looks like we are going to continue. Looks like it is smooth sailing from here on out. So the pitcher for Macon tonight is the lefty Zach Murphy out of Mercer. He is making his 10th appearance and his eighth start of the CPL season. He has thrown 32 1/3 so far, an ERA of 5.09. He's given up 21 runs, all but 3 were earned, and 31 hits as well. He has conceded 19 walks, but he has thrown 17 strikeouts so far on the year. Opponents are hitting .256 against the lefty from nearby Mercer. It'll be Mac Ketchen leading things off, followed by Josh Williams and Brandon Davis. Stowe Rogers hitting cleanup for the Mingos tonight, followed by Tim Dickinson and Luke Schwartz. And rounding out the order for Florence tonight, 7, 8, 9, it goes Gavin Johnson, Jackson Schoenick, and Davis Campbell, making his first appearance as a Flamingo. So ready to go here from Macon. Murphy pitching from the stretch. First pitch to Mac Ketchen, finding the strike zone, and that's how tonight's ball game will start. A start time of 7:19 Eastern. So about a 20-ish minute delay here in Macon. The 0-1 pitch outside for ball 1. So a 1-1 count to the righty Ketchen. He will be playing first base tonight. More on that in the bottom half of the inning. A lot of Flamingo defenders tonight playing in new positions. Had some players leave the past day, and one injury as well, that to Anthony Quigley, as the 1-1 pitch is low and in for ball 2. So 2-1 count to the righty Ketchen. Had a pretty good night yesterday against Morehead City. Went 2 for 3 with a double. Looking to continue that momentum here. He swings and fouls that pitch away, and the count will even up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ketchen looking to continue the strong start to his time as a Flamingo. Has played in 5 games. He is 7-4-15, an average of .467. He is down to his last strike though. 2-2 pitch from Murphy, just missing the zone, and the count will run full. So the first at bat in this ball game will run to a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the first baseman, Mac Ketchen. It'll be his first appearance at first for the Mingos, usually playing in left field. Payoff pitch coming from Murphy. Here it is. It is swung on and missed for strike number 3. So the lefty Murphy up to 18 strikeouts on the year. 1 batter, 1 strikeout to begin his 8th start of the season. It'll bring up the right fielder Josh Williams for the Mingos. As we begin the lefty-on-lefty matchup, gives us a chance to introduce the Bacon defensively. It will be Nate Snakenberg behind the plate and Tanner Waldrop at third. First pitch to the lefty Williams outside for ball 1. At short is Parker Ibrahimi. Jack Metcho at second, and Levi Ham at first. There's a 1-0 pitch coming in from the lefty Murphy. Here it is. It is taken downstairs for ball 2. So 2-0 count to Williams. The outfield going left to right for the Bacon. Aiden Arriaga, Dylan Schlegel, and Ron Hodges, one of the newer additions to this Macon roster. Actually, I'd have to say probably the newest if I had to guess. He has played in just one game for the Bacon so far. 2-0, that one hitting the outside part of the zone for strike 1. So 2 balls and a strike to Josh Williams. He's making his 22nd appearance as a Flamingo. 2-1. That one swung on and fouled back. Looks like it got the front of the press box here at Luther Williams Field. And the count will even up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is a very historical stadium. That also means it is a little older, so certainly a unique setup here in Macon. The press box kind of overlooking the field. It's kind of out on its own, hanging from the stands. 2-2. That one fouled away, a little lower, but the same line, and the count will remain even. I guess that would make the press box here very susceptible to foul balls, especially on higher pitches that might be fouled off and straight back, such as Williams did earlier in this at-bat. 2-2. That one taken outside, and the count will run full. The pitcher Murphy certainly thought that was strike 3. Started to make a strut or behind the pitcher's mound. The catcher Snakenberg also with a little bit of a delayed reaction. So back-to-back full counts. Here's the payoff pitch. That one is taken low. It'll be a hard-earned walk for Josh Williams, the first base runner for the Mingos tonight. That is walk number 11 for the lefty Williams. He is at first with the DH Brandon Davis now stepping in. So a few players leaving after last night's game as the first pitch to Davis misses the zone for ball 1. A few of the FIU players, Enrique Alvarez and Sam Fisher, leaving, as well as Ethan Burkhart. There's waiting on the 1-0 pitch from the lefty Murphy. Here it is, and it is taken for ball number 2. Looked like it was a little upstairs. And then another Florida kid, Anthony Quigley, injured in last night's game. He was attempting to make a grab playing shortstop, making a diving catch in shallow left field as that pitch is taken for ball number 3. A 3-0 count to Brandon Davis. And it appeared that he injured his back on that play. Was definitely slow to get up, but he did remain in the game. In his next at-bat, he hit a ball into the right center gap, and the speedy Quigley, that would have easily been a double for him. It probably would have been a triple, but out of the box, it looked like he tweaked his back again. He was very slow getting to first. He was able to make it, so he was able to get a hit and end his Flamingo run on a high note, but did end in an injury. You certainly don't want to see that. 3-0 pitch coming to Davis. It is taken for strike 1. Obviously, you would hate to see that kind of injury to any player, but especially as one as productive as Quigley has been this season. So he will remain out, so the Mingos will have to play without him as the 3-1 pitch finds the zone, and yet again we have a full count. So a very light roster for the Flamingos tonight. They only have 9 position players, so really can't afford any more injuries. Payoff pitch, Williams going from first. It is chops towards the first baseman, Ham. Very lightly hit, though. He will take it himself for out number 2. Williams will advance 90 feet to second base. So runner in scoring position, but the Mingos down to their last out of the first frame. And it will be Stowe Rogers digging in, looking to continue the inning. He will be playing third base tonight. So it's the first time that we have seen him out on the field outside of the catcher position. So we'll wait for that in the bottom half of the inning. But as for the top, he's looking to continue the inning for Florence. Pitch running inside. Looks like it clipped a piece of him. So Rogers will take his equipment off and make his way towards first base. Only the second time that Stowe Rogers has been hit by a pitch in 20 games. So a couple of runners on for the shortstop, Tim Dickinson. And Bacon head coach John Waterman emerging from their dugout to have a conversation with the home plate umpire. They had to bring out a couple of new baseballs for him anyway, so I guess just a quick question regarding that last hit by pitch to Rogers, I would assume. But nothing more than that. It was certainly a quick meeting between the two. So Tim Dickinson now up for the Mingos. Runners on second and first. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. First pitch finding the outside part of the zone for strike one. Dickinson has been a mainstay in the Flamingo lineup all season long. He's making his 33rd appearance with Florence. 0-1. That one popped up, and that will get out of here for a foul ball. And it sounded like it hit right above us, but then I look over to my left. It actually in between home plate and third base. I would guess maybe 30 or so feet up the baseline and rolling out or into the concourse, I should say. So no balls and 2 strikes to Tim Dickinson. Mingo's down to the last strike of the inning. Here's the pitch. It is well outside for ball one. Dickinson looking to improve on yesterday's performance. Last night against Morehead City, he went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Looking to improve here tonight. There's a ball and 2 strikes on him. The pitch from Murphy. That one popped up into the outfield. The center fielder Schlegel will make the catch for out number 3. So Mingos leave a couple of runners on heading into the bottom of the first inning here in Macon, still scoreless. Bottom of the first here in Macon, still scoreless. Mingos leaving a couple of runners on the top half of the inning. It will be Logan Voles making his second start of the year in his 13th appearance. He has been excellent for Florence this season, coming in with an ERA of 3.50. He has 36 strikeouts on the year, given up 15 runs, though only 10 of them were earned. Opponents are hitting just 189 against the righty, who is committed to Rice University for next season. It'll be Aiden Arriaga leading things off for the Bacon. first pitch to him taken outside for ball 1. Followed by Arriaga will be Dylan Schlegel, and Levi Ham and Parker Ibrahimi hitting in the cleanup spot. As Vols pitching exclusively from the stretch, the 1-0 slider missing upstairs for ball 2. 5-6-7 for Macon is Tanner Waldrop, Eli Stevens, and Jack Mecho. Nate Snakenberg and Ron Hodges rounding out the order for the Bacon tonight. 2-0, that one hit into the right center gap. That will be caught by the center fielder Gavin Johnson. A nice sliding grab by him for out number 1. Johnson, not a typical center fielder. We've mostly seen him in right, but he's able to get a good jump on the ball and make a good sliding grab to secure the first out of the inning. Gives us a chance to talk about the Mingos defensively tonight. Starting with the outfield is Gavin Johnson in center, and occupying the corners, it'll be Davis Campbell in left field and Josh Williams in right. As the first pitch to a righty, Dylan Schlegel, is taken for strike number 1. And the infield for the Mingos tonight, going from left to right, is Stowe Rogers, Tim Dickinson, Luke Schwartz, usually playing in center or left. He's at second, and Mac Ketchen at first. As the 0-1 pitch misses the zone, it'll be a ball and a strike on Dylan Schlegel. As hit up the middle, that will get through. The first hit and base runner for Macon tonight. A 1-out single for Dylan Schlegel. His 14th hit on the year, all of them being singles. So that'll bring up the first baseman, Levi Ham, for Macon. Batting .292 on the year, making appearance number 29 with the Bacon. First pitch from Vols, taken for strike 1. And the catch received by Jackson Chonik. He will be behind the plate tonight. So a little bit of a different look for the Flamingos defensively. We'll see how it affects tonight's game. 0-1 pitch runner going from first. It is fouled back for strike 2. This is a Macon team that doesn't steal often. Coming into tonight's game, they had just 43 stolen bags, last in the CPL. They were caught stealing 13 times, as though 2 was high and out for ball 1. The 13 caught stealing attempts, tied for the 3rd fewest. But yeah, I think most of that is because they just don't steal very often. As the 1-2 pitch, a bouncer, and the count will even up to the lefty Ham. Ham coming from Point Loma Nazarene D2 school in California, has 17 RBIs this season, as the 2-2 pitch is outside for ball 3. So a full count to the lefty Levi Ham, the first one we have seen in the bottom half of this inning. Here's the pitch, runner goes, it is popped up towards the left side of the infield. It will be the 3rd baseman Rogers making the catch for out number 2. Rogers didn't put his glove up to catch it until very, very late. Kind of was dancing around, shuffling around as he was receiving the ball, but he was able to make the catch for out number 2. That'll certainly be something to watch tonight, as a lot of Mingo players are not playing in their natural position. As the first pitch curveball to Parker Ibrahimi is in the zone for strike 1. We'll see if there's an increase in errors for the Flamingos tonight. They're 9th in the CPL in fielding percentage, have 54 errors on the year as well. A 1 slider from Vols, swung on and missed, and the righty Ibrahimi down 0-2. Macon down to their last strike of the inning, looking very similar to the top half of the inning. Can Vols finish the job here? The 0-2. Half swing, he did not go around. So it'll be a ball and 2 strikes on him. Ibrahimi also coming from Dallas Baptist. I say also because the 2-hole hitter Schlegel at first base is a Patriot as well. 1-2 slider, finding the outside part of the plate. A great pitch from Logan Vols. He painted the corner, and that will end inning number 1. So Macon leaving a runner on first. After 1, we are still scoreless here in Middle Georgia. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Top of the second inning here at Luther Williams Field. It'll be Schwartz, Johnson, and Chonik due up for Florence. Zach Murphy in for his second inning of work for Macon. Left a couple of Mingos stranded in the last inning. Murphy certainly a familiar sight for Flamingo hitters, as the first pitch to Schwartz is upstairs for ball number 1. This is the 3rd time this season that Murphy has faced Florence. One of them being his last start came Saturday night in Florence as Schwartz swings and misses for strike number 1. In that start, Murphy threw 6 strong, gave up 2 runs and 4 hits. He had 5 walks and 1 strikeout, but still an effective outing for him. As Schwartz clubs that into right field, and it will be caught by Ron Hodges for out number 1. But it was after Murphy was taken out in that game that things started to really fall apart for the Macon Bacon. Florence putting up 8 runs in that 7th inning. They only had 1 hit. They reached on air 3 times in that inning, and they had 6 walks. As the first pitch to Gavin Johnson is taken for strike 1. It was Ryan Lamar starting that inning, and then Christian Harmon finishing the job. It was a disastrous inning for Florence as that's hit into left field. That will get down off of the bat of Gavin Johnson. A 1-out single for him, and a runner on base for the Mingos. A disastrous ending for Macon. They gave up all 8 runs in the 7th inning while only giving up 1 hit. Pretty unbelievable. And Florence was able to win that game 8-5. They're looking for another win here. They're up 7-3 in the season series. They've already clinched it in their favor for the 2nd consecutive season. As the first pitch to the catcher, Chonik, is low for ball 1. Nearly half of the wins this season for the Mingos have come against this Bacon team. As the pitch of Chonik chopped down the third base line, but will end up as a foul ball, and the count will even up. Flamingos with 7 wins against Macon. They have 15 total wins. So if they get a win here tonight, half of their wins would have come against one team. 1-1 pitch coming to the righty Chonik. Small lead at first for Johnson. That one fouled away for strike 2. It does kind of make sense, though. It's kind of proportional to the way that the schedule is set up for Florence, as the 1-2 pitch from Murphy is taken high for ball 2. Over half of the Flamingo games this season, at least in CPL play, have come against the Macon Bacon and the Lexington County Blowfish. And for how well Florence has played against Macon so far, that has hit well into left field off the back of Chonik. Ariaga dropping back. He will watch it go over his head. A 2-run home run for Jackson Chonik, and the Mingos are on the board. That ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying into left field. It is the first home run this season for the catcher Chonik, and the Mingos are up 2-0. Now home run number 5 for the Flamingos in CPL play. All of them have come on the road, and the latest one puts them up a couple of runs over the rival Bacon. As Davis Campbell now digs in, a 1-0 to him. That one finding the zone for strike number 1. And out of all of the players we could have expected the next home run from, as that pitch is inside for ball 2, I don't think Jackson Chonik would have been at the top of that list. No disrespect to him. He has been hitting very, very well as of late. But he's certainly not one of the guys I would think of to get one out of here. That one is lightly hit towards the shortstop, throw across the diamond, not in time. An infield single for Davis Campbell. His first at bat as a Flamingo goes down as a hit. It was a tapper to the shortstop Ibrahimi. He had to barehand it and make a strong throw across the diamonds, but he was able to almost get it done. It was just not quite in time to get Campbell. So he is at first. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. The lineup flips over. It'll be Mac Ketchen digging in for the second time tonight. He squares around and then pulls away. It'll go down as a ball, and that's how the at-bat will begin. Man, what a start for the Flamingos here tonight. Up 2-0, a 2-run home run from Jackson Chonik being the difference. 1-0. That one hit into the triangle between second, right, and center. And it will be the second baseman, Mecho, taking charge. He will make the catch for out number 2. So runner on first and 2 outs for the right fielder, Josh Williams. He walked his last time up. Looking to get on base again, continue the inning for the Mingos. First pitch, that one hit well into his center field. Schlegel dropping back. He will make a running catch to end the inning. He was running straight back. He had to lift his glove over his back shoulder, but he was able to glove it, and that is how the top of the second will end here in Macon. But a 2-run home run from Jackson Chonik puts the Mingos on top. They are up 2-0 here in Macon. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Bottom of the second inning here in Macon. Mingo's up 2-0. A 2-run home run from the catcher Jackson Chonik. The difference so far. It'll be 5, 6, 7 due up in the Macon order. Logan Voles remaining in to pitch for the Mingos. First pitch to the third baseman Tanner Waldrop, taken outside for ball 1. So Flamingos looking for a clean sheet here as the 1-0 curveball from Voles finds the zone. The count will even up. Voles looking for a clean inning here. Flamingos looking to remain up 2-0 after 2, as there's a swing and a miss from Waldrop. And Voles a strike away from strikeout number 2. He's looking for back-to-back. He got Ibrahimi looking to end the first. The 1-2 hit into left field, and a diving catch made by Davis Campbell for out number 1. He came charging in. He slid feet first and was able to glove it to get the out. In my opinion, I'm not sure if he absolutely needed to dive at that ball, but he felt like that was the safest option. It definitely gains some style points for him. Regardless, he gets the out. That's the most important thing. So 1 up, 1 down to begin the bottom of the second inning. The first pitch to the designated hitter, Eli Stevens, missing the zone, and we'll start off with a 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0 from Voles, and that one missing for ball 2. Stevens, the hometown hero, coming from Mercer, batting .233 with the Bacon. 2-0 off-speed pitch, finding the zone. 2 balls and a strike to him. Stevens, one of 4 lefties in the lineup tonight for Macon. As Voles misses the zone, it will be a 3-1 count. The leadoff man, Arriaga, the 3-hole hitter, Levi Ham, Tanner Waldrop, who was just up, and Eli Stevens, the 4 lefties in the batting order for the Bacon tonight. Voles has to find the zone here. Pitch is fouled away, and the count will run full. Voles looking for a 2 up, 2 down start to the second inning. 3-2, that one missing high, and it will be a walk to Eli Stevens. So a runner on and a 1 out for the second baseman, Jack Mecho. Mecho making appearance number 20 for the Bacon. He is 9 for 61 in his CPL season. Average of 148. First pitch from Voles, skied into the right side of the infield. The second baseman, Schwartz, will make the grab for out number 2. For how high that ball got hit into the sky, wasn't really much different for Luke Schwartz. Has usually been playing at center field or left field this season for the Mingos. So he had more than enough time to make up that ground and make the catch for out number 2. It wasn't much different for him there. So 2 outs for the catcher, Snakenberg. That one bouncer in the dirt, but he went at it anyway. He went around, so it'll be an 0-1 count to the catcher. Runner on first base for the Bacon, it is Eli Stevens. He does not have a stolen base attempt this season. 0-1 pitch, curveball in the zone, strike 2. A strong start in this at-bat for the righty Voles. He is a strike away from ending the inning. He ended the first with a strikeout. Can he do it here? Not on that pitch. That gets by the catcher, Chonik. That is a free 90 feet for Eli Stevens, a runner in scoring position for the Bacon. And that one not only got past the catcher, Chonik, but it went pretty high after it got by him. It went like halfway up the protective netting behind a home plate. I don't think I've seen a ball get that high up off of a pitch this season. Pitch from Vols, that one outside. And it will be a 2-2 count to the righty Snakenberg. Runner on second for Macon. Here's the pitch from Vols. It is swung on and hit towards the shortstop Dickinson. He makes a shuffle and the throw to first in time for out number 3. So a clean inning for Logan Vols. He leaves a runner in scoring position after 2. The Mingos are up 2 here on Flamingo Radio. Top of the 3rd inning here at Luther Williams Field. It will be Davis, Rogers, and Dickinson due up for the Mingos. They're looking to expand on their 2-0 lead. A 2-run home run from Jackson Schoeneck in the top of the 2nd inning has been all the scoring we have seen here tonight. First pitch from Murphy fouled back, and we'll start off 1-0 to the DH Davis. BD today 0 for 1. He grounded out to the first baseman Levi Ham in his only at-bat of the night. Down to 310 on the season. What was that, 316? Seems kind of crazy at this late in the year, your batting average can drop by that many points as that ball gets the back of Brandon Davis. Looks like that got the middle or the lower part of his back. So he will be able to get on base. He is crouching down though, right in front of the Flamingo dugout. And the third base coach and head coach for Macon, or for Florence, I should say, Eli Brum, out to consult with him. As I was alluding to earlier in this game, the Flamingos are in absolutely no position to have any players get hurt in this ball game, especially any position players. The way the roster is set up right now, they only have 9 position players in this game, so should Davis have to leave, it would have to be one of the pitchers taking his place. So you don't necessarily want to pressure Davis into trying to tough this out, but I mean, I think there's an understanding that we definitely don't want to have any pitchers playing in the infield. Well, I guess they would just be hitting. Davis is just the DH. But still, that's not a position you want to be in, especially with your 3-hole hitter. So it looks like Davis will make his way over towards first. and will stay there. Looks like he is going to try to battle this out. So runner on first for Florence. No outs in the inning with Stowe Rogers up. First pitch from Murphy, swung on and fouled straight back, and we'll start off 0-1. Flamingos have 5 pitchers as reserves tonight. As the pitch to Rogers, chopped towards the shortstop. Ibrahimis throws second in time for one, and the first is in time for a double play. A 6-4-3 double play for Macon. It goes from no outs to 2 outs and bases empty for the shortstop Dickinson. Dickinson 0 for 1 tonight, flew out to the center fielder Schlegel in his lone at-bat. So I was starting to mention Flamingos with 5 reserves, all of them being pitchers. As the first pitch to Dickinson finding the outside part of the zone, and we'll start off 0-1. Landon Moore, TJ Demetrio, Bryan Yadlin, David Morrissey, and Zeph Arnold, the 5 reserves and pitchers for the Mingos tonight. As that ball is tipped away by Tim Dickinson, he is down to his last strike. No balls and 2 strikes to him. I believe David Morrissey would be the guy to replace a position player should it come to that, as the 0-2 pitch is outside for ball 1. Actually, I believe that is the only reason he came on this trip. He wasn't planning to pitch tonight. At least that wasn't the plan for the coaching staff. As the 1-2 is hit down the left field line and will land in the Tractor Supply party deck, and the count will remain 1-2. That's certainly an interesting role to have, the emergency position player as a pitcher to go on a road trip for. 1-2, a curveball running inside. Well, I shouldn't say running inside, just a curveball didn't really break, really. It very nearly got the lefty Dickinson, but he was able to scoot out of the way, and the count will go to 2-2. And here is that pitch. It was just a little outside for ball 3. Zach Murphy certainly thought that was strike 3. Started to make a couple steps towards the Macon dugout. But we'll have to come back to the mound for this payoff pitch. And here it is. That one is more outside than the last one. Murphy still thought it was ball 4, but that was a pretty similar spot. If anything, more outside than the previous pitch. So a hard-earned walk for Tim Dickinson. Looks at a couple of outside balls, and he will now reside at first. So that'll bring up the second baseman, Luke Schwartz, 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch from Murphy, a bouncer in front of the plate, but blocked up by Snakenberg for ball number 1. Dickinson at first base has 16 stolen bags on the year. He had 7 stolen bases in a game at Macon. That was on May 31st. As that pitch misses low to the righty Schwartz, it'll be 2 balls and no strikes to him. That was one of the first games of the season when Dickinson had that 7 stolen bag game, as that 2-0 pitch misses the zone for ball 3. That one a little outside. It'll be a 3-0 count to the righty Schwartz. Mingo's looking to create a 2-out rally. Tim Dickinson would have gotten it started with his walk. 3-0, that one inside. A 4-pitch walk to Luke Schwartz, and the Mingo's with a couple of runners on. as that'll bring out a visit from the Macon dugout. Runners on second and first for the Mingos. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Zach Murphy so far tonight, he's given up 3 hits and 2 runs. Both of those runs were earned. It came off of the home run from Jackson Chonik. He has now 3 walks and 1 strikeout. Been the only scoring in this game so far. Mingos up 2-0. It's a busy night across the Coastal Plain League. 8 games in total. Holly Springs already defeating the Tri-City Chili Peppers 4-1. And as of right now, 5 games currently in action, including this one with the Mingos up 2-0 here in the top of the 3rd. Wilson up 9-1 over the High Toms in the top of the 5th. Greenville up 2-1 against the Peninsula Pilots in the bottom of the 5th inning there in Greenville. The Martinsville Mustangs up 1-0 over the Zookeepers in the bottom of the 6th. And the Moorhead City Marlins up 9-2 over the Wilmington Sharks in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch to the lefty Gavin Johnson, taken for strike 1. No balls and a strike on him. Here's the pitch from Murphy. That one fouled back for strike 2. That game between the Sharks and the Marlins, a huge one at Big Rock Stadium in Moorhead City. Marlins now up 1.5 games on Wilmington after the big win last night for the Marlins. Here's the pitch, and that one lightly hit into shallow center field. It will be caught by the second baseman, Mecho, and that is how the top of the 3rd inning will end. So Mingos leaving a couple of runners on, heading into the bottom of the 3rd. Still up 2-0 over Macon. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Ron Hodges leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Macon Bacon. Mingos still up 2-0. The 2-run home run from Jackson Chonik. The difference so far, it'll be Hodges in the top of the order, due up for Macon. Logan Voles still in to pitch for the Flamingos. He's been exclusively pitching from the stretch this entire season. First pitch curveball in the zone for strike 1. Hodges coming from Prince George's Community College in Maryland. This is his 2nd game with the Bacon as that pitch is outside for ball 1. The first game for Hodges was the 21st at Forest City. He went 1 for 3 with a single and a hit by pitch. And as a 1-1 from Voles in the zone, a 1-2 count to Hodges. Both of the times that Hodges got on base, He did score, so he has a couple of runs on the year. 1-2. Curveball again, lightly hit towards the shortstop Dickinson. He gloves it, so first upstairs with a tag applied. It gets out of the glove of the first baseman Matt Ketchin towards the second baseman Luke Schwartz, and the leadoff man on for Macon. We'll see if that goes down as a hit or an error. The throw was a little off from the shortstop Dickinson. It was a little high for the first baseman Ketchin. He had to jump up to get it, so he had no feet on first base. But he turned around and he was able to apply the tag to Hodges in time, about a step or two in front of first base. But after the tag was applied, Hodges ran through the glove and it got out. So first pitch to the leadoff man, Arriaga, taken for strike one. Flamingos will have to work around the runner on first, Hodges. So we will await the ruling there. Still haven't gotten it yet, as that pitch is taken for ball two. Or, pardon me, I should say ball one. So ball and a strike on the lefty Arriaga. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to the center fielder Johnson to start off the bottom of the first. He swings through a 1-1 pitch, and he is down to his last strike. I'd have to imagine that would go down as an error, I would guess, on the shortstop Dickinson. That's the way I'll play it in my scorebook. We'll see what the official ruling is later. Looks like they're running a little behind here on point streak here in Macon. Bull's going back to first to check in on Hodges. He's able to get back in time. So count remains 1-2 to lefty Arriaga. Dylan Schlegel waiting in the on-deck circle. 1-2, he goes from first. Pitch outside for ball two. Throw second is in time. That was a perfect throw from the catcher, Chonik. He is having himself quite a game. And I think with the pitch being high and outside, it kind of acted as a pitch out in a way. That's not the intention from Logan Voles, but it kind of acted as that. Gave Chonik a perfect lane to make that throw, and it was well in time to get the out. 2-2, that one hit towards the second baseman Schwartz. It goes off his chest, but the throw to first is in time. Well, that was the first ball hit in the direction of Luke Schwartz, making his first appearance at second base. It is not his natural position, at least first ground ball that is today. There's a little bit of a initial bobble, but he was able to stay with it, and his throw to the first baseman Ketchin was in time for out number two. Did have a pop out in his direction in the second inning as well, but that's more natural for him, as there's a swing and a miss from Schlegel to start off his at-bat. So after Ron Hodges is able to get on after the, we're assuming, error from Dickinson, a caught stealing and a ground out from the Flamingos defensively. It looks like they have settled down here in the top of the third inning as the 0-1 pitch to Schlegel outside, and the count will even up. 2 outs in the inning, bases empty. Pitch from Voles. That one taken upstairs for ball number two. Levi Ham, the first baseman, in the on-deck circle, and Ibrahimi in the hole. And as the pitch from Voles, another curveball that finds the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes through the righty Schlegel. And a very nice crowd filling in here at Luther Williams Field. 2-2, curveball again, high and in. The count will run full. I believe opening night here was against the Florence Flamingos. I think they got over 3,000 people in the stadium, as there's a swing and a miss from Dylan Schlegel, a strikeout from Logan Vols, his second of the outing, and that is how the third inning will end. Jackson Chonik gunning down Ron Hodges at second. After that, ground out and a strikeout. And after 3, the Mingos remain up 2-0. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Jackson Chonik leading off the 4th inning for the Florence Flamingos. He has been the player of the game so far tonight. Had a 2-run home run his first time up. That was in the 2nd inning. And mowed down a runner in the last half inning. First pitch to him, fouled away for strike 1. Zach Murphy remaining in to pitch for Macon. Through 3 innings, he's given up just 2 runs, and it came off of that hit from Chonik. Oh, pardon me if you heard me rudely interrupted by a wasp who's trying to sting me. Had to get him off of me. Ugh. That one stings a little bit, not gonna lie. Pitch, that one outside. And the count will go to 1-2. And I'm not going to lie to you all listening at home, that wasp did get me a little bit, so I'm going to take the L on that one, as that is hit down the left field line from Jonah. Gets a fair ball heading into the left field corner. It'll be extra bases for him. He is approaching second base. It will be a stand-up leadoff double for Jackson Chonik. What a day for him, a home run and a double. He is 2 for 2 on the day. And a runner in scoring position for the left fielder, Davis Campbell. Campbell able to get on. It was an infield single in his first at-bat. Looking to get on again. A small lead at second for Chonik. He squared around, then pulled away. Was he able to in time? He was. And the count will go to 1-0. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little surprised from the ruling from the field umpire. I didn't think he got back in time, but they're going to say that he did. So a ball and no strikes to him. Runner on second. The pitch inside, getting past the catcher Snakenberg. That'll be a free 90 feet forward Chonik. Another run for the Mingos 90 feet away. And a 2-0 count to Davis Campbell. No outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. It is hit towards the shortstop Ibrahimi. His backhanded throw, a bouncer way offline. He will get on base again. Campbell will. Chonik able to score from third, and the Mingos extend their lead to 3-0. I'd have to imagine that would go down as an infield single for Davis Campbell. That would have been a very difficult play for the shortstop Ibrahimi to make. Backhanded throw, or field, I should say. His throw, you kind of have to throw a bouncer to make it easier on your first baseman, but that one was offline as well. First pitch to the leadoff man Ketchen, squirting out of the glove of the catcher Snakenberg into the backstop. And Campbell will advance to second. Well, this certainly has not been a kind inning for the catcher Snakenberg. Had a couple of pass balls in his direction. Has given Florence a couple of easy bases. So another runner in scoring position for Florence. Here's the 1-0, and that one blocked up by Snakenberg. A good stop by him to not let it get past him, although the count will go to 2-0. Murphy having a little bit of trouble with his command here in inning number 4. Waiting on the 2-0 pitch to the righty Ketchen. Here it is. And that one taken upstairs for ball 3. So the first 2 pitches were low, or at least the second one was. The first one was inside. The last one high though. It'll be 3 balls and no strikes to Mac Ketchen. And the pitch, that one is low. A 4-pitch walk to the leadoff man. Runners on second and first for the Mingos. So that'll bring up the right fielder Josh Williams. There is someone making their way towards the Bacon bullpen. Looks like it is a catcher making his way down. There's a pitcher starting to warm up, warming up his arms and throwing the weighted balls into the wall. The bullpen for Macon is down the right field line, and the bullpen for the Florence Flamingos is over the left field wall. So it'll be a little bit of a challenge today getting updates for you guys when that moment comes. As the first pitch to the lefty Josh Williams is outside for ball 1. This has certainly been an interesting inning for everyone involved. Runners on second and first for Williams, still no outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Half swing, and appeal down to the field umpire says that Williams did not go around, so he is now up 2-0. Now 6 straight balls thrown from the lefty Zach Murphy. Was cruising along fine through 3, even after he gave up the home run from Chonik, but now facing some trouble in inning number 4. Has to find the zone here. Is a 2-0 count to Josh Williams. Davis Campbell at second and Ketchen at first for the Flamingos. And the 2-0, finding the outside corner for strike 1. It was an off-speed pitch from the lefty Murphy. Certainly doubt that Williams was sitting on that, so he'll be fine with that. Count will go to 2-1. Here's the pitch. Is that breaking pitch again. Williams squared around. He tried to get it down the third base line, but it went too far foul. Pretty much right in front of the Flamingo dugout, and the count will even up. The third baseman, Waldrop, was playing way, way back, so a good bunt would have been enough for Josh Williams to get on. 2-2, and the pitch. That one hit very well into right field. Hodges dropping it back. He will watch it go over his head. 3-run home run for Josh Williams, and the Flamingos have broken this one open. The first homer for Williams this season. He absolutely crushed that down the right field line. The second home run for the Mingos tonight. They are now up 6-0. And still no outs in the top of the 4th inning. It will be Brandon Davis up for Florence. As it looks like there are now 2 pitchers beginning to warm up for Macon. Honestly, I was a little surprised it took that long for them to be warming up. They're now really hurrying up now. As the first pitch to Davis is swung on and missed for strike 1. Davis hit by a pitch his last time up. It hit him in the back, and he kind of took an extended pause after that last pitch. And it looks like Eli Brum will call time at third to have a conversation with Davis. I'm assuming it is about his health. I mean, you want to make sure he's okay. I understand you only have 9 position players, but health has to be most important, especially as the season winds down. And it looks like that conversation between Brum and Davis is over, and he will get back into the batter's box. He is looking to continue what has been a fantastic inning for the Flamingos. A 3-run home run from Josh Williams, and they're now up 6-0. Here's the 0-1, and that one downstairs. The count will even up. So a ball and a strike to Brandon Davis. Bases empty here in the top of the 4th. Still no outs. And the pitch from Murphy. That one taken a little high for ball 2. And what is a very packed Luther Williams field has been the quietest it has been all game long, as that pitch is fouled back for strike 2. I wouldn't say it's silent by any means, as there are a lot of youngsters in the crowd tonight. I don't think there's any result that would allow them to come to a complete silence, but for everyone else, that has been the case. That one hit into left field. That will get down over the head of the shortstop, Ibrahimi. It will be a 2-strike single for Brandon Davis, as he was very, very slow to get to first, and I think Eli Brum certainly noticed that. He motioned in that direction. I wonder if Davis is going to be taken out. And it looks like Davis will hobble his way towards the Flamingo dugout, and I believe that is David Morrissey coming in his place. As Eli Brum talks to the home plate umpire, it looks like there'll be a pitching change for the Macon Bacon. That will be it for Zach Murphy. He got through 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, and he'll be responsible for the runner at first. We'll get you the new arm for Macon after this quick break. Looks like we have a lot to sort out here at Luther Williams Field, but the Mingo's up 6-0. It is indeed David Morrissey coming into pitch run for Brandon Davis. Usually a pitcher, but with only 9 position players and one of them getting hurt, this is what we have to resort to here late in the season. Both a 6-run cushion to work with. Mingos are hoping that's not that big of a deal, as the first pitch to Stowe Rogers is swung on and missed. Here is the 0-1. That one tapped down the first base line, and the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes. I believe it is number 6, Marshall Flowers, now in for the Macon Bacon. They have tough numbers to read tonight, in all honesty, as the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 3. So that'll bring us to the first out of inning number 4. The Bacon, with their light powder blue jerseys and their white pants, I certainly love the color. What I don't love as much is that their numbers are Bacon themed. So a lot of dark red and black makes it hard for any broadcaster behind home plate to decipher the number, as the first pitch to Tim Dickinson is in the zone for strike number 1. A runner on first, it is Morrissey, and 1 out for the lefty Dickinson. He walked his last time up, 0-1, and that one fouled away for strike number 2. It doesn't look like Flowers has any appearances this season, so I'm assuming he's making his debut here for Macon. Just spent his past college season at Augusta. Looks like he's currently in the transfer portal, as that pitch is fouled straight back by Dickinson. It'll be no balls and 2 strikes to him. And I would have to assume that David Morrissey will stay in the game as the designated hitter. No balls and 2 strikes to the lefty Dickinson. Here's the pitch from Flowers that is taken high and out for ball 1. The point streak site for this game is still at the top of the 3rd inning from the last time Dickinson was up, as that pitch is outside for ball 2. So it'll be hard to use that until that is updated. 2-2, a runner goes from first. That one hit into right field. Morrissey rounding first. He's looking to go first to third. The throw from Hedges is cut off, and it will be runners on the corners for the Mingos. A good piece of hitting there from Tim Dickinson. Morrissey was going on the pitch. Certainly didn't expect to see that. But he's able to poke it into right field, and Morrissey able to go first to third. So it'll be runners on the corners and a 1 out for the second baseman, Luke Schwartz. He had a walk his last time up. He's looking to expand this Flamingo lead, already up 6-0. And it's the first pitch to Schwartz, misses the zone, and we'll start off with a 1-0 count. Mingos have gotten 5 runs off of home runs tonight. 1-0, run going from first, throw straight down, the tag is not in time. So Dickinson with another stolen base. He is up to 17 on the year, and something about this place really speaks to Dickinson. He has excelled here all season long, especially on the bases. So 1-1 count to Schwartz. He swings and misses. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes to the St. Peter's Peacock. As Macon looks for the second out of the inning. They are a strike away from getting that. Mingos are a hit away from an 8-0 lead. Here's the pitch, and it is fouled away, and the count will remain 1-2. The Macon infield playing back. Really can't allow anything to get into the outfield, as that would allow both runners to score. 1-2 pitch from Flowers. It is hit towards the shortstop, Ibrahimi. He'll go to third, and the tag is applied for the out. Morrissey was able to score from third base, so another run will score for the Mingos. They expand their lead to 7-0. But a heads-up play from the shortstop, Ibrahimi, and maybe a not-so heads-up play by Tim Dickinson. The ball was chopped in front of him. He tried to advance 90 feet, but was tagged out by Tanner Waldrop for out number 2. But a runner on first base for Florence. Luke Schwartz trying to steal second. The throw is not in time. Yet another stolen base for the Florence Flamingos. They have been cooking the bacon on the base paths all night long. And another runner in scoring position with the lefty Gavin Johnson up. As the last pitch from Flowers in the zone for strike 2. An 0-2 count to Gavin Johnson. Mingos looking to expand their 7-0 lead. As Flowers is set from the stretch, that one just outside for ball 1. Mingos are looking to bat around in the inning. They will do so if Johnson gets on base. Jackson Chonik led off the inning with a double. He's in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. And that one taken outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on the center fielder Johnson. Looking to bring in Schwartz from second. 2 outs in the inning. Mingos up 7-0, and the pitch is outside again. And the count will run full. Well, if there's one thing Johnson knows how to do, it is working at bat. He has 17 walks on the season and 14 games played. Knows how to get on base. Payoff pitch coming from the righty. Here it is a half swing. Did he go around? He did not, and it will be a hard-earned walk for the lefty Johnson. So runners on second and first for the most dangerous hitter in the Flamingos lineup right now, Jackson Chonik. He is now just a triple and a single away from a cycle. First pitch to him, fouled straight back. He certainly didn't miss it by very much. Anytime a batter fouls the ball off straight behind the home, you know he just missed it. And that was the case for Jackson Chonik. And goes up 7-0. Here's the 0-1 from Flowers. And that one finding the inner part of the zone for strike 2. So Chonik now with 2 doubles and 1 homer on the year. He's up to 7 ribbies on the season. He's down 0-2 though to the righty Marshall Flowers. And the pitch, a high chopper towards second base. It'll be a tough play. Gets past Metro into right field. One more run will score for the Mingos. It is Luke Schwartz, and Florence now up 8-0. Gavin Johnson will advance to second. And now Jackson Schoeneck a triple away from the cycle. And the Mingos now up by 8. And Davis Campbell up for the third time tonight, has a couple of singles. First pitch, swung on and missed, and we'll start off 0-1. Mingos looking to play add-on, already up 8-0 here in the top of the fourth inning. Runners on second and first. The pitch upstairs, and the count will even up to the righty Campbell. The leadoff man, Mac Ketchen, waiting in the on-deck circle. Flowers looking to end the inning. And here's the 1-1. That one fouled away. And the Mingos are down to their last strike. And we're down to the last strike of the inning in the last at-bat, though. That one to Jackson Schoeneck, and that one pretty much a Baltimore chop right towards second base, and Mecho couldn't glove it off of the short hop. Yeah, here's the pitch, a curveball, foul down the first base line, and the count will remain 1-2. The scoreboard here at Luther Williams Field reads an 0-2 count. So I'm not sure if I'm missing something. I don't think I am, but I thought it was 1-2. There are 2 strikes though regardless. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. So it didn't end up mattering, but a 6th spot for the Florence Flamingos heading into the bottom of the fourth. They are up 8-0 here in Macon. They look to get another clean inning after the break. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Levi Ham leading off the bottom of the fourth for the Macon Bacon. They have some work to do. Now down 8-0 after the Mingos were able to put up a 6th spot in the top half of the fourth. Logan Voles remaining in the pitch for the Mingos. The first pitch to Ham missing low, and we'll start off a ball and no strikes. Ham 0 for 1 today. The 0-1 way upstairs for ball number 2. Looks like a breaking pitch that didn't quite break enough from Logan Voles. So now 2 balls and no strikes towards the lefty Ham. And that last half inning had a little bit of everything here on the broadcast, as there's a similar miss from the righty Vols. Up and out, 3 balls and no strikes to the lefty Levi Ham. Just the thing, it started off with me getting stung by a wasp as Vols finds the zone on the 3-0 pitch. Maybe that's just what the Mingos needed, and I just needed to be the sacrifice. Maybe. 3-1. That one finding the outer part of the zone for strike 2. Ham flipping his bat in the direction of the Bacon dugout. He will pick it up and make his way towards the batter's box. It'll be a full count to him, no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the payoff pitch from Vols, swung on and fouled away. Count will remain 3-2. I guess the sacrifice being me and probably Brandon Davis as well. He was taken out of the game, and I have to assume David Morrissey taking his place in the DH hole. There's a swing and a miss from Levi Ham. That is strikeout number 3 for Logan Vols tonight, and back-to-back for the righty. Even with the extended delay in the top half of the inning, Vols picking up right where he left off. Back-to-back Ks for Vols. The first pitch to the shortstop Ibrahimi, missing for ball 1. Still a very, very good crowd here at Luther Williams Field, as that will be in for strike number 1. Count is 1-1 to Ibrahimi. This is probably the biggest crowd that I have seen in any of the games I have broadcasted, as Vols finds the zone for strike number 2 is that slider. He found the outer part of the zone. He is up 1-2 on the righty Ibrahimi. This is one of the higher capacity parks in the CPL, so it makes sense as that is hit well into right field. Williams dropping back. It will land behind him at the warning track. It will be extra bases for Parker Ibrahimi. A 1-out double for him. And the Macon Bacon with the runner in scoring position as they look to climb out of the 8-0 deficit. So runner in scoring position for the third baseman, Tanner Waldrop. That is double number 4 for Ibrahimi on the year. His 14th hit, now has 4 doubles and 1 homer. He is 1 for 2 tonight, and he'll be passed on to the lefty Waldrop. Vols looking at Ibrahimi, now deals the first pitch to him, called for strike 1. Waldrop today 0 for 1. He flew out to the left fielder Davis Campbell's last time up. As the 0-1 smothered up by Chonik, and the count will even up. And if Macon were to start getting some runs on the board, as I'm sure you guys could probably hear off the last double from Ibrahimi, this crowd will certainly give them some support. That ball is once again blocked up by Chonik. It'll be 2 balls and a strike on Waldrop. Definitely a lot of kids in the park tonight, and some screamers as well. 2-1. Now one left upstairs. It'll be 3 balls and 1 strike to the third baseman Waldrop. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mingo's up 8-0. Here's the pitch. That one clubbed into the left center gap. Campbell and Johnson dropping back. It will land in between. That will be an easy double for Tanner Waldrop. And the Bacon are on the board. They get their first run of the ballgame. So in our RBI double for Tanner Waldrop. He is up to 9 ribbies on the year. That is his 4th double on the season, and the Macon crowd here at Luther Williams Field cannot believe it. And they still can't believe it, as there's a meeting on the mound with everybody in the Flamingo infield. Looks like the pitching coach, Logan Ross, out to visit as well. It was certainly a strong start to the inning for Logan Voles. Down 3-0 to Levi Ham. Was able to eventually strike him out. It is his 3rd strikeout of his outing, but since then he has given up a couple of doubles, and Macon with their first run of the ball game. Flamingos are still up 8-1 though, but really don't want to give up any more runs if you're the Mingos. 1, to not give Macon any more momentum, and 2, to make the possibility of a run rule more likely. So runner on second for Eli Stevens. The pitch downstairs, getting by the catcher Chonik. That'll be a free 90 feet for Waldrop. He is now at third. Stevens with 10 RBIs on the season, a good chance to add to that total. 1-0 from Voles. That one lifted up down the left field line and get by the left fielder Davis Campbell. Waldrop will score from third. Stevens will ease up at second. Now 3 straight doubles for the Macon Bacon. They're up to 2 runs in the ball game. It looks like the left fielder Campbell got the ball lost in the lights. Looked like he might have been able to get it, but was twisting his body around while running backwards. It's going to be a tough play for him, as that is hit into left field. It lands in front of Campbell. He will throw it back in the infield. It is cut off by the third baseman, Rogers. That is a first pitch single for Jack Metcho. And Macon now with runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And you would have to think that Florence has to have some arms ready to go. It looks like it is Landon Moore racing down the left field line, trying to reach the Flamingo bullpen. And as the first pitch to the catcher, Snakenberg, is taken for strike 1. I guess the silver lining here for the Mingos is that you are a ground ball away from potentially ending the inning with the runner on first and Jack Metcho. He is 3 for 4 on stolen base attempts, as the 0-1 pitch from Voles misses the zone, and the count will even up, a ball and a strike. Ron Hodges on deck for Macon. Here's the 1-1, swung on and missed for strike 2. I will say, though, this Macon crowd has certainly been in this ball game. They have been very engaged the entire game. And as Macon has gotten a couple of runs played across, this is the loudest they have been all night. So ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Voles. That one lifted up into shallow center field. Johnson looks to be under it. Runner tagging from third. Here's the throw from Johnson. It is cut off. And that will be another run for Macon. So a sacrifice fly for Nate Snakenberg. That will cut the Flamingo lead to 8-3. Appeal down to third base. And Rogers will tag it. And it looks like they're going to say that Stevens was indeed able to leave in time. He did not leave early. So there'll be one runner on for Macon, Jack Mecho. He is at first, as there's another appeal down to third. And the home plate umpire is going to say that Stevens did not leave early. So it will officially be an 8-3 score here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Runner on first base for Macon, 2 outs in the inning with Hodges up. First pitch from Voles in the zone for strike one. So it was a strikeout from Logan Voles to start off the half inning, and then 3 straight doubles and a single, then a sac fly from Snakenberg in the last at bat, or plate appearance I should say, as Voles finds the zone again. It will be an 0-2 count to Hodges. That's given Macon 3 runs. 0-2, swung on and missed. The throw from Chonek is in time for out number 3. So that is how the fourth inning will end. Macon able to get 3 runs plated across, but after 4, the Flamingos are up 8-3 here in Middle Georgia. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Top of the order up for the Florence Flamingos. It is Mac Ketchen digging in for the 4th time tonight. Here in the top of the 5th inning, Marshall Flowers remaining in to pitch for the Macon Bacon. Flamingos up 8-3, and the first pitch from Flowers, a curveball, just missing the zone for ball number 1. Ketchen with a walk his last time up. That's the only time he has reached base tonight. He hits that one into right field. Hodges heading over, makes a diving attempt. He cannot get it. Ketchen heading into second base. The throw is not in time. It will be a leadoff double for Mac Ketchen and a runner in scoring position for the Mingos. So a leadoff double for Ketchen, his first hit of the game, his second double of the year. And it'll be a runner on second base and no outs for Josh Williams. Hey, 3-run home run his last time up. Let's see what he could do in his next at-bat. Here's the pitch from Flowers. That one left upstairs for ball 1. It is David Morrissey on deck for Florence. That will be interesting for sure, as the 1-0 to Williams is taken for a strike, and the count will even up. Williams also with a walk today, now up to 15 ribbies on the season. At his first home run his last time up. 1-1. Maybe 50% swing there from Williams. And he is down to his last strike. Runner on second for Florence. It is Mac Ketchen. No outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Flamingos looking to expand on their 8-3 lead. Flowers looking at Ketchen at second, now deals. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and missed for strike number 3. So it'll be a runner on and 1 out for David Morrissey. He is usually a pitcher. Had to come in for Brandon Davis after he was hit. That back injury for Davis was lingering. So after he singled his last time up, as the first pitch to him is taken for strike 1. As Davis got on his last time up via a hit into the outfield, it was very slow to getting to first. It was noticed immediately by Eli Brum, and he put in Morrissey in his place. Is an 0-1 count to him, and the pitch, 50% swing and a miss, and Morrissey down 0-2. I'm not sure if Macon knows the situation for Florence tonight or not. If they do, you just have to assume that they're selling Flowers. Just throw 3 fastballs. 0-2, runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw to third is not in time. Well, Macon does get 1 out at the very least. But Ketchen able to steal a third. From my perspective, it looked like the tag from the third baseman, Waldrop, was in time to get the runner out. But it looked like the third base umpire did have a better view. He was right there after all. So it'll be 2 outs and runner on third for Stowe Rogers. First pitch from Flowers is fouled away for strike number 1. Rogers with a hit by pitch his first time up, since then a double play and a strikeout. 0-1 coming from the righty. It is taken for strike 2. So Rogers and the Mingos down to their last strike of the inning. It is an 0-2 count. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Flowers from the stretch deals, is swung on and missed. 3 straight strikeouts for Marshall Flowers. They leave a runner on. Heading into the bottom of the 5th inning, Mingos remain up 8-3. Logan Voles out for his 5th inning of work. It'll be the leadoff hitter, Aiden Arriaga, leading things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Much as the top of the 5th started, it will be the leadoff hitter leading off the inning. Arriaga, Schlegel, and Ham due up for the Bacon. They are down 8-3. Flamingos looking for a clean sheet. They've given up all 3 of their runs in the last inning. First pitch, hit into the outfield. That will get down into shallow center. It will be a leadoff single and a wide turn for Aiden Arriaga, but he will retreat back, and the leadoff hitter on for Macon. So that will bring up the center fielder Schlegel for Macon. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled in his first at bat and struck out in his last. As he is receiving some support from the many Bacon fans in attendance tonight. This has been a very well-attended game. First pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. Makes sense with this being a Friday night. This is a packed house here at Luther Williams Fields, looking to push their Bacon into more runs. And as the pitch from Vols misses inside, the count will leave it up 1-1 to Schlegel. Certainly isn't the first time that Florence has experienced this type of crowd, though, here in Macon, as the 1-1 pitch from Vols is swung on and tipped away. And the count will go to 1-2. As I mentioned, the opening night game for the Mingos, at least opening night for the Bacon at their home stadium, not the first game of the season, as that is lowered away for ball 2 and blocked up by the catcher Chonik. That game was on May 31st. That was the game where Tim Dickinson had 7 stolen bases. That's pretty incredible. And as the 2-2 pitch from Vols is called for strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Logan Vols. Gives him out number 1 of the bottom of the 5th inning. The attendance for that game, 3,313. I would have to guess that would be one of the highest attended CPL games in the entire season. As the first pitch to Levi Ham, getting past the catcher Chonik. That'll be a free 90 feet for Aiden Arriaga. And Macon with a runner on second and a 1-0 count to Levi Ham. Ham today 0 for 2 has a pop out and a strikeout. Strikeout was his last time up, 1-0. That one scored by the catcher Chonik. Another free 90 feet for Arriaga, and another run for Macon at third. A few of those breaking pitches from Vols have been a little difficult for the catcher Chonik to lock up, especially the last 2 pitches. It's given a free couple of bases for Arriaga. He is at third, 2-0. That one a fastball and foul down the left field line. And the count will go to 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch coming from Vols. Here it is, and that one fouled back, and the count will even up. I would have to assume there's someone warming up in the Flamingo bullpen. It looks like there is. It's impossible to see who because it is over the left field fence, but through the gate I see a couple of Flamingo players there. 2-2, that went high and out for ball 3. So with there being 5 reserve pitchers for the Mingos, one of them, David Morrissey, having to come in, I think Morrissey is probably the only player in the Flamingo dugout. As the pitch from Voles misses upstairs, it will be a hard-earned walk for Levi Ham, and runners on the corners for the Macon Bacon with 1 out in the inning. As Logan Ross will emerge from the Flamingo dugout, he is looking towards the bullpen. He will motion his way over there, so it will be a new arm coming in for the Flamingos. End of the road for Logan Voles, got through 4 1/3, gave up 3 runs, and is responsible for the runners on first and third. We'll get you a new Flamingo arm after this quick break. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. New pitcher for the Mingos, it is the lefty Bryan Yadlin, making appearance number 4 as a Mingo. First pitch to the righty Ibrahini is called for strike 1. Last time we saw Yadlin was Sunday at Boone. He threw 2 1/3, gave up 1 run and 3 hits. As the 0-1 pitch is a hit into the glove of the shortstop Dickinson. That will be out number 2. It was lightly hit off of the bat of Ibrahini. It looked like it was going to be perfectly placed, but instead there's enough time for Dickinson to back up and reach up to make the grab. So 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Tanner Waldrop up. Yadlin looking towards the runner at third, Arriaga, but he's able to get back. Don't often see that with a lefty on the mound, him looking at the runner at third, or at least trying to step off, as the first pitch to the lefty Waldrop is taken low for ball 1. Yadlin giving up 1 run and 3 hits. He had 2 walks and 2 strikeouts against the Boone Bigfoots. He had 56 pitches and 32 strikes in his last outing. A 1-0 pitch. That one chops towards the shortstop Dickinson. That had to leap up, and a throw to second is in time. It looks like that was going to be a pretty close play at second base to get the runner Ham. Even after the double clutch, Dickinson able to throw him out. So after 5, Mingos remain up 8-3 here in Macon. Dickinson, Schwartz, and Johnson due up for the Mingos here in the top of the 6th inning. I do have an apology to make. I thought it was Marshall Flowers pitching for Macon the past couple of innings. I got the number wrong. I did mention it was hard to read. I got a 6 mixed up for an 8. So it's actually Andrew Lowry pitching for Macon. So Lowry in for another inning of work. The first pitch to Dickinson outside for ball number 1. So again, my apologies for that. Don't want to get everyone mixed up at home. Here's the 1-0 to Dickinson. That one swung on and fouled away. The count will even up, a ball and a strike. Dickinson with a single his last time up. He has a single and a walk today, 1-1. That one hit into left field, approaching left center gap, and a running grab out of the glove of Arriaga, and it will be a stand-up double for Tim Dickinson. A tough break for the Macon Bacon. It looked like Arriaga was going to make a running grab over his shoulder. It looked like he had it, but then it popped out of his glove. So Dickinson will settle in at second base. It will be a runner in scoring position for the second baseman, Luke Schwartz. Florence looking to build on their 8-3 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. He squares around, then pulls back. The pitch was well inside for ball 1. And it doesn't look like there's any action in the Macon bullpen. So it looks like Lowry will remain in for now. A 1-0 count to Luke Schwartz, runner on second. He square out again. That one hit towards the pitcher, so the first in time for out number 1. But a job well done by Luke Schwartz. Dickinson able to advance 90 feet. And he settles in at third. So it would be a runner. Certainly want to have a couple of base runners on for Jackson Schoeneck, who's having an excellent game so far. He's a triple away from the cycle. 1-0. That went outside for ball 2. Or if you don't want to have runners on for Schoeneck, how about a runner scoring to expand the lead to 9-3. Lowry set from the stretch, making infield playing in the grass. Here's the pitch to Johnson. That one called for strike 1. So it will be 2 balls and a strike on the lefty Johnson, looking to get on base for the 3rd time tonight. Lowry, the pitch. That one low and out for ball 3. Crowd here at Luther Williams Field starting to quiet down just a little bit. Still some humming in the stands though. 3-1 pitch coming to Johnson. Here it is. And that one taken outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks for the lefty Johnson and a couple of runners on for the catcher Jackson Schoeneck. He has been the guy for Florence tonight. Had a 2-run home run, a leadoff double, and a single his last time up. He'll have 1 out and a couple of runners to work with. Here's the pitch from Lowry. Slider called for strike number 1. Actually, I think I would classify that more as a curveball. Saw more vertical break than a horizontal. Regardless, it found the zone. It was called for strike 1. So an 0-1 count to the catcher Schoeneck. Smalls leads at first and third. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and fouled away for strike 2. And judging based off of the face that he had immediately after the foul ball, he Didn't think he missed it by very much, but he will have to stay in the fight. It is a 0-2 count to him. Here's the pitch from Lowry. It is hit towards the shortstop, Ibrahimi, charging in to throw to first in time. Johnson able to advance from first to second, but Dickinson had no choice. He had to stay at third. It was a lightly hit ball. If he went on contact, he very, very likely would have been able to score, but if he was going to wait, he had to stay, and he did just that. So a couple of outs for Davis Campbell and a couple of runners in scoring position. First pitch to him, a wave and a miss for strike number one. Campbell with a couple of singles tonight, also has a strikeout. That came in his last at bat. It is an 0-1 count to him. Here's the pitch from Lowry. And that one outside, and the count will even up, a ball and a strike. The leadoff hitter, Mac Ketchin, on deck for Florence. Up 8-3 here in the top of the sixth inning. Runners on second and third, 2 outs, a 1-1 count to Campbell. He fouls that one straight back, and he will be down to his last strike. The Mingos will be down to the last strike of the inning. The Macon infield playing back with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Campbell looking to fight. Pitch coming from Lowry. It is swung on and missed for strike number 3. So Mingos leave a couple of runners in scoring position. Heading into the bottom of the sixth inning here at Luther Williams Field. Florence remains up by 5. Six, seven, 8 due up in the Macon order. It will be Stevens, Metcho, and Sneakenberg batting for the Bacon here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Mingos looking to continue their 8-3 lead. Bryan Yadler remaining in to pitch for the Mingos. First pitch in the lefty-lefty matchup. Taken for strike 1. Good pitch there from the lefty Bryan Yadlin. He got the outside corner. 0-1 pitch coming, and here it is. That one a little too far outside, and the count will even up, a ball and a strike to the designated hitter Stevens. He doubled his last time up. Also has a walk tonight. 1-1 off-speed pitch. That froze the lefty Stevens, and Yadlin up 1-2. And he's working quickly. Here is the 1-2. That one well outside, and the count evens up. Those were the two play appearances for Stevens tonight, a walk and a double, looking to get on base for the third time tonight. Did he go? He did not, says the third base umpire. And count will run full to Stevens. The payoff pitch coming from the lefty Yadlin. Here it is from the windup. It is inside for ball 4. It looks like they're going to say that is a hit by pitch. It doesn't really matter all that much, but for scorekeeping purposes, it will. It would have been ball 4 anyway. And a runner on first base for Macon. It is Eli Stevens. Does not have a stolen base attempt this season. And the second baseman, Mecho, now digging in. Yadlin now from the stretch. He squares around. The pitch is outside for ball number 1. This is a Macon lineup that only has 2 sacrifice hits on the year. 1-0. And that one taken outside for ball 2. Yadlin can certainly pump it in, but control can be a bit of an issue, coming into tonight's game with 6 walks and 7 strikeouts. 2-0. That one outside for ball 3. Yadlin's not missing by very much, but all these calls are accurate from the home plate umpire. He's got to find the zone here on this 3-0 pitch, and he does for strike 1. Yadlin coming up from Fairleigh Dickinson as he finds the zone for strike 2. He started his college career at Ocean County Community College in Toms River, New Jersey. And with recent rulings made as the payoff pitch is taken for strike number 3. So Yadlin able to climb back down to 3-0. He strikes out Jack Mecho, and we are up to 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But as I was saying about recent rulings regarding college sports eligibility, especially for those that attended a junior college, as the first pitch of Snakenberg is caught by the second baseman Schwartz. The throw to first, not in time. What a play by Luke Schwartz. He usually doesn't play second, but he made a leaping grab and he snatched it from the air. He stole a hit from Nate Snakenberg and was so close to doubling up Stevens at first base. What a play, though, by Schwartz. My goodness, he could make plays from anywhere in the field. He's done from the outfield all season long, and that time in the infield as the first pitch to Hedges was running in. It got him. It is the second hit by pitch for Yadlin in the inning. That one much less debatable compared towards the first. And it'll be a couple of runners on base for Macon. So a couple runners on and 2 outs for the leadoff man, Arriaga. But finishing up the story on Yadlin, due to those recent rulings, he gained another year of D1 eligibility, so he's currently in the transfer portal looking for a new home for next year. And so far for the Mingos, I'd say he's been pretty solid. First pitch to Arriaga, fouled straight back, and we'll start off with an 0-1 count. The only weakness for Yadlin so far has been his control, as we have seen with a couple of hit batsmen in the half inning. But outside of that, he's been very effective. He has a strikeout already in this inning. 0-1 pitch to Arriaga. That one weakly hit towards the third baseman, Rogers. He missed the runner behind him, throw first, not in time. Eli Stevens was at second base. He had to go to third because there's runners on second and first, and with 2 outs, Rogers just looked behind him. He tried to tag out Stevens. He missed him. Stevens was able to swerve out of the way, and his throw to first was not in time and off target anyway. So Arriaga at first, Hodges at second, and Stevens at third for the Bacon. The first pitch to Schlegel running inside. It very nearly got him, but it'll go down as ball number 1 instead. Well, as we've mentioned time and time again on this broadcast, is that is outside for ball 2. A leaping grab made by the catcher Chonik to not let it get past him, and all runners will stay put. With a lot of defenders not playing in their natural position, we are more prone to seeing those types of plays. 2-0, that one outside for ball 3. If Rogers just stayed with it and just made his normal play that he would have usually made to first, that would have been well in time. 3-0, that one missing a low and out. That will walk in a run for Macon. And the lead for the Flamingos down to 8-4. And it will be the same situation, bases loaded and 2 outs for the first baseman, Levi Ham. As a couple of Mingos will venture their way towards the bullpen. There's no time on the field. Here's the pitch from Yadlin, and misses a little high for ball 1. I mean, they're gonna have to be in the field of play in fair territory. I don't know why the umpires aren't aware of that. 1-0, that one running inside for ball 2. So I guess you just have to really hustle in between pitches. That seems like something that should happen pretty often though in this ballpark. 2-0 pitch coming to the lefty Ham. Here it is. He finds the zone for strike 1. Yadlin able to clip the outside part of the zone. It is 2 balls and a strike to Levi Ham. Here's the pitch. That one weakly hit towards the second baseman. Schwarza hit the runner, so that will end the inning. I don't think Schlegel was aware of where the ball was hit. He was going as hard as he could. It ricocheted off of his body right to the shortstop, Tim Dickinson. And that is how the inning will end. It has been a weird game tonight. It just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Heading into the top of the 7th, Mingo's up 8-4. Just like the 5th inning began, it will be Mac Ketchen, the leadoff batter, starting the 7th inning here at Luther Williams Field here in Macon, Georgia. The Flamingos up 8-4 in what has been a very odd, entertaining, and wild game so far. Lowry remains in the pitch, And the first pitch to Ketchen upstairs for ball 1. Ketchen with a double his last time up. Also has a walk tonight. Those are the 2 times he has reached base. 1-0, and that one taken for strike number 1. The count will even up, a ball and a strike. So far for Florence tonight, they've scored 8 runs on 11 hits. For Macon, 4 runs on 7 hits. As the breaking pitch from the righty Lowry, this thing low and out. It'll be 2 balls and a strike to the first baseman Ketchen. And Lowry from the stretch deals. That one popped up towards the right side of the infield. The first baseman Levi Ham under it, and he will make the catch for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down to begin inning number 7. It will be Josh Williams digging in for the 5th time tonight. He has been a dangerous hitter tonight for the Mingos, has a 3-run home run that came in the 4th inning. First pitch, and that one taken for strike number 1. Outer zone strike there from Lowry. That was a 4th inning where the Mingos scored 6 runs. 0-1. That one left upstairs. The count will even up. Williams played this past college season at North Greenville. He is transferring to UNC Asheville next year, making his 22nd appearance as a Flamingo this season. He swings and misses through the 1-1. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes to the lefty. Williams was a member of the Flamingos last year. He is from the area as well. He is a PD man. 1-2. And that one left low and out for ball 2. Andrew Lowry certainly thought that was strike 3. He's starting to walk around the mound. An extended pause from the catcher Snakenberg. 2-2. That one fouled straight back, and the count will remain even. Two count, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Base is empty for Josh Williams. Mingos up 8-4 here in Middle Georgia. Here's the pitch from Lowry, and that one fouled away. And once again, the count will remain even. Busy night continuing across the Coastal Plain League. Holly Springs already defeating Tri-City 4-1. Martinsville beating Ashboro 3-0. And Forest City with a 7-6 win over Boone. 2-2, swing and a miss. A strikeout for Lowry, and 2 up, 2 down to begin the 7th. Morehead City up 9-2. Looks like that's in the bottom of the 4th inning according to Point Streak. And the Wilson Tobbs up 9-1 over HP Thomasville. As the first pitch to the lefty Morrissey is taken for strike 1. Greenville up 2-1 over Peninsula. And game 2 between the Salamanders and Chili Peppers. Looks like it hasn't started yet. It still says pregame on Point Streak. It's an 0-1 pitch coming to Morrissey. A swing and a miss. And the Mingos down to their last strike of the inning. It looks like many of these scores are the same score and inning from the last time I checked in, so maybe it's something up with Point Streak, as that's been the case for this game. 0-2, swing and a miss from Morrissey. Back-to-back strikeouts for Andrew Lowry. A 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 7th. Time to stretch here in Macon. Mingos remain up 8-4. Bottom of the 7th here in Macon. It will be Ibrahimi, Waldrop, and Stevens due up for the Bacon. Bryan Gadler remaining in to pitch for the Mingos, looking to maintain an 8-4 lead here at Luther Williams Field. First pitch from Yadlin, outside for ball 1. Ibrahimi with a line out to the shortstop Dickinson his last time up. He has a double tonight. 1-0. That one left outside for ball 2. Yadlin looking to power the zone here in this inning. Struggled with that a little bit in the last. 2-0. That one low and inside. 3 balls and no strikes to the shortstop Ibrahimi. 3-0. And that one left outside. A 4-pitch walk to the shortstop. And the leadoff man on for Macon. So that'll bring up the third baseman Waldrop for Macon. Waldrop also with a double tonight. He was the second in 3 straight doubles for the Bacon in the 4th inning. Macon scoring 3 runs in inning number 4. And that is where most of the scoring has happened tonight. Florence getting 6 runs in the top half of the inning, and Macon with 3 of their own in the bottom half. Big reason why the score is 8-4 right now. First pitch from Yadlin, called a strike, and we'll start off with an 0-1 count to Waldrop. Yadlin looking to find the zone again, looks at the runner at first couple of times, then deals. The pitch low and out, the count evens up. Ibrahimi at first base, coming into tonight 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts. 1-1 pitch, that one hit towards first, but will be a foul ball. So a ball and 2 strikes to Tanner Waldrop. 1 runner at first is Parker Ibrahimi after a 4-pitch walk. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Mingos up 8-4. Here's the pitch from the lefty Yadlin. And that one hit into shallow left field. It will be caught by Davis Campbell for out number 1. So 1 on and 1 out for the DH Stevens. He has 3 plate appearances tonight. He has gotten on base all 3 times up. He has a walk, a hit by pitch, and a double. First pitch, I want a slider running low and out. Stevens laying off of it, and we'll start off with a 1-0 count. Jack Metcho, the second baseman, on deck for the Bacon. 1-0 pitch. Here's that slider again, and that time it finds the zone, and the count will even up. A ball and a strike to the lefty Eli Stevens. Looking for a ground ball here if you're the Mingos. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one a slider again, called a strike. That was a very good pitch from the lefty Yadlin. And it looked like it was starting off right at the body of Stevens. It curved in, lands in the middle of the zone. 1-2. He tried it again. It's a weakly hit to the third baseman Rogers. A running throw to first. It's in time for out number 2. Ibrahimi able to advance 90 feet. So a runner on second, but 2 outs for Macon as their second baseman, Jack Metcho, digs in. Metcho struck out looking his last time up, has a single and a pop out to the second baseman Schwartz as well. 2 outs in the inning. First pitch from Yadlin inside for ball 1. This would certainly be a, I guess you could say, unlikely win for the Mingos if they're able to get this done. as the 1-0 pitch to Mecho, low and out for ball 2. Nice play by the catcher Chonik, and Ibrahimi will remain at second. Had just 9 position players coming into the game, and one of them getting injured. So you have a pitcher in your 3-hole spot. 2-0, swung on and missed for strike 1. How often can a team say that they have a pitcher batting third and DHing, and you still have scored 8 runs? Kind of remarkable. So a 2-1 count to Mecho. Here's the pitch from Yadlin, and that one taken for strike 2. So Yadlin 1 strike away from a scoreless frame, looking for their first in a couple innings. The pitch outside, and the count will run full to the righty Jack Mecho. We'll see if Ibrahimi goes from second. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jack Mecho. Pitch from the lefty Yadlin. It is swung on and missed for strike 3. A big-time strikeout for Bryan Yadlin. That strands a runner in scoring position. After 7, the Mingos remain up 8-4. Top of the 8th inning here in Macon. It'll be Stowe Rogers leading things off for the Mingos. First pitch to him, taken low and outside for ball number 1. Mingos up 8-4 here in the top of the 8th inning, looking to expand on their lead. As that pitch to Rogers is popped up, and that will get out of here for a strike. Sounded like that one landed right above me. It'll be a ball and a strike to Rogers. Trace Hodges, the new pitcher in for Macon. And his pitch to Rogers is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Hodges has 1 appearance this season. It was the 21st at Forest City. Through 2 innings, gave up 1 hit. As that pitch to Rogers just missed the zone. It'd be an even 2 balls and 2 strikes to the third baseman. Hodges gave up just 1 hit in that outing at Forest City. As Rogers hits that one into center field, he got a little under it, and the catch will be made by Schlegel. One up, one down to begin inning number 8. So Hodges coming in relief for Andrew Lowry. Both of the Hodges in the game for Macon as well. Ron Hodges playing right field. As the first pitch to Tim Dickinson misses the zone, it will be a 1-0 start to him. He doubled his last time up. The pitch, well outside for ball 2. Same totals as the last update. Mingos with 8 runs off of 11 hits. Macon with 4 runs off of 7 hits. As the 2-0 pitch is upstairs, it'll be 3 balls and no strikes to Tim Dickinson. Only 1 error in tonight's game. It is from the Flamingos. I believe it was that play to Tim Dickinson. Not positive on that though. 3-0. He squares around, then pulls away. I think it got a piece of the bat. So the 3 balls and a strike to Tim Dickinson. That's certainly not what he intended to do. He was pulling away immediately, as a lot of batters do on a 3-0 count. 3-1. He is swinging away that time, and it is hit into left field. And Arriaga is able to make that catch to get the out. Arriaga was making his way towards the left field line. It looked like he was starting to slip a little bit. He was down on one knee when he made the catch, but didn't look like it bothered him too much. It is 2 up, 2 down to begin inning number 8. It'll be up to Luke Schwartz to keep the inning going for Florence. And the first pitch from Hodges called a strike. Schwartz with a sac bunt his last time up. He waves and misses through the 0-1. No balls and 2 strikes to Luke Schwartz. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And for back-to-back innings, the Mingos go down in order. Heading into the bottom of the 8th, Mingos are looking to do the same to the Bacon. They remain up 8-4 here on Flamingo Radio. Stay with us. Snakenberg, Hodges in the top of the order, due up for Macon here in the bottom of the 8th inning. They'll be facing a new pitcher for the Mingos. It is the sidearm righty Landon Moore, making his 6th appearance of the CPL season. He has thrown 7 2/3 so far. He's given up just 5 hits. He still has not given up a run. He has 2 walks and 8 strikeouts to his name. Opponents are hitting 172 against the righty. First pitch from Snakenberg, running inside. And we'll start off with a 1-0 count. Moore last through in Sunday's game at Boone. He threw 2 innings of shutout ball. He only gave up 1 hit and no walks and a couple of strikeouts. 1-0 pitch, a slider, and that's in the zone for strike 1. One thing Moore knows how to do, he knows how to fire it in the strike zone. He had 19 pitches in that game Sunday. 14 of them were strikes. 1-1, that one hit right to Stowe Rogers at the third base, and he's able to glove it for out number 1. As I always say, it's called the hot corner for a reason. That one lined right into the glove of Stowe Rogers. He was ready for it though. He made the catch. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. As Ron Hodges now digs in. 1 out in the inning, bases empty. First pitch, weakly hit down the first base line, but foul. Moore started his college career at Mars Hill, a D2 school. Spent this past college season at Eastern Florida State College with the head coach for the Mingos, Tyson Ellis, as there's a wave and a miss from Hodges. Count goes to 0-2. And Moore started to get noticed by some D1 schools. He is committed to Longwood University for next year. 0-2 pitch, a slider, and it is left outside by Hodges. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the righty. It's certainly a different look than most hitters see. It's a little slower, but there's a ton of movement. 1-2. It's a slider again in the zone. Strike 3. Moore froze the righty Hodges. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The last out coming from the strikeout of Ron Hodges from Landon Moore. His first strikeout of the outing. He is looking for a 1-2-3 inning. It will be Aiden Arriaga standing in the way of that. The leadoff batter up for the 5th time tonight. First pitch to him. It is that slider, just missing for ball 1. I think was a little downstairs. Arriaga with a couple of singles in his past 2 at-bats. A 1-0 pitch coming from the sidearm righty Moore. Here it is, and that one left outside for ball 2. The crowd here at the grandstand area of Luther Williams Field starting to empty out a little bit. I would say maybe 40 to 45% of the people have left, but many of the party deck and porch areas remain full. 2-0. That one finding the outer part of the zone. 2 balls and a strike to the lefty Arriaga. Moore has been arguably the most consistent arm from the Flamingo bullpen this season. Him and Reese Francis both have been very good. 2-1. That one left outside for ball 3. And it's not a coincidence that I say those two, because both Francis and Moore are sidearm righties. For a very brief period when Moore first got here, I think it was a game or 2 of overlap when Francis and Moore both on the roster. Not many teams could say they have 2 sidearm righties on their team. 3-1. That one hit into left field. Campbell charging it. It will bounce in front of him. He will spin around and throw it back into the infield. a 2-out single for Aiden Arriaga. And they will look to build on it with the center fielder Dylan Schlegel now up. Schlegel coming from Dallas Baptist. He is 1 for 3 tonight. He has a single, couple of strikeouts, and a walk in tonight's game. Moore looking to end the inning. First pitch to him, called strike 1. Schlegel coming into tonight's game, batting .317 on the year. Has been a steady presence in the Bacon lineup since he was added to the roster. He has played in 11 games with the Bacon. He is facing an 0-1 count to the sidearm righty Moore. 2 outs in the inning. The pitch, a slider left a little high and perhaps outside as well. The count will even up, a ball and a strike. Arriaga at first, 2 for 4 on stolen base attempts coming into tonight. The pitch left outside for ball 2. This is definitely the lightest that this crowd has been behind home plate, and arguably the quietest as well. That 4th, 5th, 6th inning stretch, it was certainly buzzing in here. Pitch from Moore, slider, rocketed up towards shallow right field. Schwartz making his way over, and that's the outfielder in him. He will make the grab to end the inning. Flamingos leaving a base runner at first. After 8, they remain up 8-4 here from Macon. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Seven, 8, 9 due up in the Mingos order here in the 9th inning. It'll be Johnson, Schoeneck, and Campbell hitting here in the top of the 9th. Trace Hodges remaining in to pitch for the Bacon. The first pitch coming to Gavin Johnson, way inside. Very nearly got a piece of the lefty Johnson. He had to really maneuver quickly as that ball was coming in. He was able to get out of the way, and the count will start off 1-0. Johnson with a single and a couple of walks tonight. Also a pop out to the second baseman, Mecho, as the 1-0 pitch missed the opposite direction, low and outside. 2-0 pitch, and here it comes. And that one is taken low for ball 3. So Johnson looking to get on yet again is Jackson Schoeneck on deck for Florence, and Davis Campbell in the hole. 3-0 pitch. That one taken for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Gavin Johnson, and Jackson Chonik will have a runner on first to work with. Jackson Chonik has been that guy for the Mingos tonight. Has a 2-run home run, has a double as well, and a single. His one out was a ground out to the shortstop Ibrahimi. He is a triple away from the cycle. We'll see if he could do it here as the first pitch from Hodges in the zone for strike 1. Mingos this season have 10 triples on the year, the most in the CPL. See if Chonik can get one here as he fouls that one back for strike 2. That one sounded like it landed right beside me, at least according to the roof. And it looks like that will make its way onto the concourse. So no balls and 2 strikes to the righty Chonik, looking to add to his already tremendous performance here tonight. Pitch from Hodges. That one hit down the right field line. If it was fair, it could have potentially been a triple, but that one was well foul, and the count will remain 0-2. I believe we have seen one cycle this season in the CPL, as that 0-2 pitch misses outside for ball 1. At least one that I can recall. It was way early on. I don't even remember who it was or for what team it was on. I know it was not a Flamingo that did it. I know it was not against the Flamingos. 1-2, that one hit into the right center gap. Schlegel dropping back, and he will make the catch for out number 1. So a runner on and 1 out for Davis Campbell. He has a couple of singles tonight. Those were his first 2 at-bats. His last 2 weren't so kind. A couple of strikeouts, both of them swinging. He will have a runner on first to work with in Gavin Johnson. 2 for 3 on stolen base attempts. First pitch to him, a wave and a miss for strike 1. The leadoff hitter, Mac Ketchen, on deck for Florence. Looking to get him on, as that one is rocketed up deep into the middle Georgia sky, and the catch will be made by the first baseman, Levi Ham, for out number 2. So the first baseman, Ketchen, up for the 6th time tonight. Has a double and a walk. Outside of that, has a strikeout, a pop out, and another pop out. Looking to continue the ending for the Mingos. Pitch from Hodges, just missing the outside corner. It'll go down as ball 1. Mingos do have their first base runner since the 6th inning. It is Gavin Johnson at first base. Got on after a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. As the 1-0 pitch misses outside from Hodges. 2 balls, no strikes to the righty Ketchen. And they make an infield playing back. 2 outs in the inning. 2-0 pitch. Taken for strike 1. One more look around the CPL, and it does look like most of these scores have remained the same. Wilson Tobbs beating HB Thomasville 10-6, as there's a wave and a miss from Ketchen. 2 balls and 2 strikes on him. Can't remember if that game was final last time I checked or not. So it looks like point streak is a little on the fritz tonight. So we'll see what the results are later tonight. 2-2. That one outside for ball 3. We will know the result here if you all are listening on Flamingo Radio. Mingos are up 8-4 here in the top of the 9th inning. A 6-run 4th inning has been the difference so far. A couple of homers from Flamingo hitters tonight as well. Payoff pitch, runner goes. Pitch is called for strike 3. Hodges able to freeze, catching at the plate, heading into the bottom of the ninth. Mingos up 8-4. They will look to shut it down after this quick break. Let's see if the Mingos can get this dub on Flamingo Radio. Eight to 4 Mingos in the bottom of the ninth inning. Florence is 3 outs away from snapping their 4-game losing streak and getting win number 8 against the Macon Bacon this season. Landon Moore remaining in to pitch for Florence. It will be Ham, Ibrahimi, and Waldrop due up for Macon. I was about to say Bacon. I meant to say the Macon Bacon. First pitch from Moore. Left a little low for ball 1. Last at bat for Levi Ham was a weird one. It ended the 6th inning when Macon was starting to rally, grounded to the second baseman Luke Schwartz, and the runner at first ran into the ground ball to end the inning. As the 1-0 pitch from Moore finds the zone, and the count will even up. It was Dylan Schlegel at first. He was sprinting towards second. The ball got his right foot. 1-1 pitch from Moore. That one taken low and outside for ball 2. Certainly didn't look like Moore missed by very much. So 2-1 pitch coming to the lefty Ham. Moore set and deals. That one is fouled back for strike 2. I feel like whenever you see situations like this with a team down by 4, even 5 or more runs, whenever you see those teams come back and pull a miraculous win, the vast majority of the time the leadoff man gets on base. So it's very important for Moore to get out. Levi Ham is a 2-2 count. And that one is left low for ball 3. Appeal down to the third base umpire. Says that Ham did not go around. So the first batter here in the bottom of the ninth will go to a full count. The center fielder Johnson shaded towards left field. Payoff pitch coming from Moore. Here it is. Swung on and missed for a strikeout. That was a big-time pitch from Landon Moore. He gets Levi Ham swinging. It is 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the ninth. And the Mingos are 2 outs away from the win. As the shortstop Ibrahimi digs in for the Bacon, Moore is set from the stretch. An extended pause, now deals. First pitch slider, called strike 1. Man, that one was starting right in the middle of Ibrahimi's body. And that just started turning and turning like a frisbee. That sweeping pitch called for a strike. 0-1. Here we go again. That one popped up. That will get out of here for a foul ball. No balls and 2 strikes to the shortstop. Ibrahimi with a walk his last time up. Has a double tonight. He had the first of 3 straight doubles in the 4th inning. The pitch. That one popped up towards the right side of the field. The first baseman catching in foul territory. Curving back, he will make the grab for out number 2. After he made the catch, he fell right down to the ground. Looked like the sniper got him, but he was able to make the grab anyway for the 2nd out. So a strong start for Landon Moore in inning number 9. 2 up, 2 down. Mingos are 1 out away from the win. It will be Tanner Waldrop standing in the way of that. First pitch to him, taken for ball 1. Waldrop with a fly out to Davis Campbell in left field his last time up. His one hit was a double in the 4th inning, when Macon scored 3 runs. 1-0. That one way outside for ball 2. If the Mingos are able to get out number 3 here, it will be the first win for Eli Brum as the head coach. 2-0. That one tapped away down the first base line. Will go down as a foul ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to the lefty Waldrop. Flamingo infield playing back. 2 balls, 1 strike on Waldrop. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Mingos up by 4. Looking to close it out. They are an out away from doing just that. Here's the pitch from Moore. It is outside for ball 3. Eli Stevens on deck and Jack Mecho in the hole for the Bacon. Looking to stay alive in this ball game. 3-1 pitch coming from the sidey righty Moore. That one hit up the middle. Schwartz, the second baseman, won't be able to get to it. A wide turn at first base for Waldrop. He will retreat back to first. A 2-out single for him. And the Bacon still with life. So the baton will be passed on to the DH, Eli Stevens. Looking to continue the game for Macon. He has gotten on base in 3 of his 4 times up tonight. Last time he hasn't was his last at-bat as the first pitch from Moore missing outside for ball 1. Stevens with the ground out to the third baseman Rogers, his last time up. It is a 1-0 count to him. Landon Moore looking to finish the job and give the Mingos their 16th win of the season. 1-0. That one taken for strike 1. So ball and a strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Runner on first for Macon. Here's the pitch. That one low and out for ball 2. A very strong start to the inning for Landon Moore. First 2 batters he faced resulted in outs. Looking to find the zone here. 2-1 pitch. Slider finds the outside part of the zone. And the count will even up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Moore able to find the back door on that 2-1. He is a strike away from ending the game. Stevens looking to stay alive. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch from Moore. That one tapped down the first base line. It'll be a foul ball, and the count will remain even. Jack Mecho on deck. Nate Snakenberg in the hole for Macon. Infield back for Florence, outside the first baseman catching, holding on the runner, Waldrop. 2-2 pitch coming from Moore. Here it is. Swung on and missed. The Florence Flamingos get their 16th win of the season. It is the first win for Eli Brum as a head coach, and they did it, ending the game with just 8 position players healthy. That was a pretty unbelievable performance tonight for the Mingos. They will improve to 16-25 on the year. They are now up 8-3 in the season series against the Macon Bacon. Half of their wins have come against this team. For Macon, they will go to 16-24. They will take on the Forest City Owls here at Luther Williams Field tomorrow evening, and then head up to Boone to take on the Bigfoots on the campus of Appalachian State University. Final totals tonight: Mingos with 8 runs off of 11 hits. They did have 1 error defensively. For Macon, 4 runs on 8 hits. They had no errors in tonight's game. Mingos will head back to Florence tomorrow, take on the Catawba Valley Stars in an exhibition game at the Bank. You can catch that one on Flow Sports. First pitch of around 7 o'clock. We should have a stream time starting at 6:55 Eastern. It is Christmas in July at the stadium, and you better bet that we will be celebrating that on the broadcast. Hope you could join us for that. Next time you can catch us here on Flamingo Radio will be Sunday, when the Mingos head to the land of cosmic baseball. They will take on the Tri-City Chili Peppers Sunday early evening. First pitch of 5:45, so should catch you around then. As for now, this is Bryan Miller from Flamingo Radio saying good night, everybody. Hope you all have a great rest of your Friday evening. Mingos taking down the Bacon 8-4. Thank you so much for listening.